I'm Coach Steve Finesilver. A little over a week ago, I made a video, and it was entitled, "It Makes Sense Now." And many of you watched it, and I appreciate it. And if you didn't watch it, please do, because it's about the young men and women that I work with now and that I've worked with in over 40 years in the Denver public schools. I decided to do another one, and this one focuses on the parents of the young people that I've worked with. And just a thank you to you, followed by a letter. This really could pertain to any parent, though, who sent their child to school. And I appreciate that you're taking the time to watch this. You've trusted me. I'm lucky you've trusted me. You have trusted me with what you cherish the most in this world, your child. Yes, you have not only allowed me to guide your sons and daughters, you have trusted me and believed in me. I'm not sure that I am worthy of this tall task, but it's worked for a long time. The person that you live for, that you defend and love, has been and will always be safe with me. Mom and Dad, I thank you. I realize that this is a huge responsibility. I am aware of how important this is. What do you value more than your son or your daughter? You don't bat an eye when you send them to school with me for more than 7 hours every day. I have tried not to let you down, as I know how vital this part of the journey really is. So much is determined and so much is decided when your baby comes through those high school doors. When I signed up for this more than 40 years ago, I thought that power came from my voice, my stature, and my credentials, though they were limited. I had earned a degree, played some ball, and thought I knew everything. That made me a good teacher, right? Wrong. I had all the answers, and I was so powerful in my own mind that I knew I could engage your kid. He or she would automatically be attentive and motivated. Again, I was wrong. When I was a teaching rookie, I was judgmental. It was my right to judge. My turning point, my revelation, a kid I knew got busted with drugs. He got suspended and did 15 days out of school on suspension. And by then, I had decided. I decided that he was no good and would end up a huge failure. The nerve of that kid. About a month later, I was asked to supervise the all-school choir performance. I sat in a full auditorium, and then, after about 20 minutes, was floored. That same misguided child was introduced as the lead soloist. Must be a mistake. Well, the kid hit that first note and the auditorium grew silent. His voice had a tone, a pitch, which I have never heard before or since, and left everyone in that packed house with tears in their eyes. I too teared up. Part because of the beauty in his voice and part out of shame. I was ashamed. I had judged a kid and tossed him away because of my shallowness and ignorance. He had made a mistake. That moment was possibly the most defining one over the past 4 decades. Never again have I judged or decided the value of a young man or lady by one act. In truth, my mistakes growing up were far more foolish and unthinking. I have called you by phone because I refused to email or text while discussing your child, and you have taken my calls and listened. You didn't ambush me. You didn't hang up when I expressed my fears about your son or daughter. My fears about them joining gangs, drinking, smoking, running around late at night, and a multitude of other scenarios. When we talked in person, you did not flare up, cuss, or even get angry when I chastised your son or daughter for their transgressions, sometimes in front of you. You trusted me, even in the most tense and fragile situations. You let me be on your team, and you knew I was on yours. Together, we had silently agreed to work as a force, together in unity, to help your precious one be happy, healthy, and to grow. We want the same thing for your child. We are teammates. At times you brought food, but you didn't have to. Keeping it real, though, the carnitas, baklava, the injera, the oxtails, the shepherd's pie, the calzones, tortas, the smoked meats, all homemade in your kitchens and at your houses, have been world class. We knew without speaking what our tears meant when your babies graduated, when they got married, had kids, or were honored. We knew what our tears meant in the hospital or clinic, or when your child was on the run. We knew that we at times would have to be unified to get our message across, though your loved one was resisting. We told your sons and daughters with clarity that the school was a place to learn, not to fight, to get high, or to disrespect. You have allowed me to give your message daily, but away from your home. You have honored and humbled me by your trust, and I have tried, I promise, to be true to what all we both believe in and cherish. And dear parents, it has worked, mostly because of you and a little bit because of me. You have done well. You're a success at the toughest yet most important job. You have raised a great child. My dear parents, you have done well. As I look into the eyes of your sons and daughters, I feel pride of the foundation which you deliberately put into place, proud of the path that your child has chosen about who they are and what they will become, proud that you have given them what they need to succeed in this wonderful and sometimes brutal world, and I must thank you. My gratitude must be expressed because you've allowed me to be part of your child's life and you embrace the lessons that I have tried to teach. I have to confess, sometimes we, the teachers, are quick to blame you, and this is wrong. You are deep in the trenches. I get it. It's hard to be present and aware of everything that happens with our kids because as parents, there are battles that some teachers know nothing about. The recession in 2008 and 2009 left a lot of you reeling, and then you stood up before the 8 count, only now to have the virus try to knock you out again. But don't worry, don't worry. Yes, many of you are tired. You're fighting through grief, depression, and loss, but you are not alone. I am by your side through thick and thin. I won't criticize you because the children, your children, that I see every day, that I've seen for years, and right now that I miss, are my inspiration, and they are a wonderful reflection of you, all of you. I have asked your sons and daughters to be persistent, to show up in battle every minute, to then come back and do the same thing the very next day, again and again, and they have. Your sons and daughters have been asked to be resilient and be aware that life will knock them all around, that people will doubt them, that they will experience ignorance and pettiness. They know that they will go through rejection and self-doubt. And I have asked them to endure, to make you proud, to make you happy, and to wear their name, your name, and family traditions every moment of every day. And they have, and always will. Last, I have implored them to be loyal to you and to anyone who has ever reached out with a kind word, act, or gesture. And they have. Their loyalty to me is coming from you, and though I don't deserve it, it warms my heart. Though I don't know all of you, we are not strangers. I recognize what you have done, and I commend you. Many of you have done this on your own, by yourselves. I know you through your child, and you, like me, are imperfect and flawed, but you get my admiration and respect because you have shared this wonderful human being with me. They are good because of you. It doesn't just take a village to raise a child. It takes a teacher or two who are connected deeply and who care and who are givers of hope to enlighten a child, to empower a child. But more, it takes a parent who never gives up, who has sleepless nights and lives for a child or children, yet is often unnoticed. You have given me a gift because you have given me a chance to get involved and to watch your child grow and flourish. The gift is priceless, and I can never repay you. You have done well. You have trusted me. You have trusted me, and I thank you with admiration and love, Coach Finesilver.